Snow White bathroom movie review. 2 days ago, I went to the theater and saw Snow White and the Seven Bandits, magical creatures, dwarves. I'll get to my confusion later. Officially called Snow White. Now, for the past year, this movie has been facing a lot of backlash due to a certain star who said some certain things, and these said things upset a lot of people. Now, I'm not here to bully this star, but she did say some things, and we will be going over some of these said things during this review. Now, please don't turn this off after I say this next part, but I did not dislike this movie near as much as I was expecting. But that being said, my expectations were miles below the toilet. But I would say the movie actually landed somewhere around my toilet. I'm sure this isn't surprising when I say it was not the big hit they were hoping it would be. And for a movie that cost somewhere between $200 and $270 million, and I think that's before marketing costs, they were hoping to get some of that money back. This is the original Disney princess. This movie was directed by Mark Webb, and it stars Rachel Zegler as Snow White and Gal Gadot as the evil queen. I did think the movie did a good job starting out. It gave us some good backstory, things we didn't see in the old 1937 version. We see her parents, we see her childhood, she's happy. I'm happy. And we see how the evil queen rises to power because she married the dude and now is the dudette of the kingdom. After the evil queen comes into power, we follow a storyline where Snow White's basically Cinderella. She's cleaning the floors, and she's mainly just cleaning the floors with some laundry thrown in there. Her hands must be extremely clean, just like mine are from cleaning the toilet every day in here. Gotta keep her clean! Near the beginning of the film, we meet Jonathan, played by Andrew Burnap. He wasn't playing a prince, but he was the love interest for the film, and I loved his character, his charisma. I really enjoyed him in the movie, and I'm just happy they had a love interest in the movie because based on what I was hearing, I thought they might get rid of it altogether. Shortly after, the huntsman, who seems very robotic, goes to kill Snow White, then lets her escape, and she runs into the woods, and the plot at this point pretty much follows the original. Goes to the scary forest, which was scary, finds some cute animals, finds the Seven Dwarfs house, and decides to move in. All right, let's break down the characters. We got Snow White, who, by the way, is not called Snow White because of her fair skin, but because she was born during a snowstorm. I guess it's a good thing it wasn't thundering and raining when she was born, or her name would be Thunderrain. Actually, that sounds pretty dope. Rise, Thunderrain, the princess of the Vale. Okay, that would actually be sweet. Disney, if you need future princess ideas, give us Thunderrain. And you need to have her look like this. I'm Thunderrain. Except, of course, this is a guy, so she'd need more clothes, be modest, but make her just this awesome, beefy, strong princess. Mulana's partway there, but we need Thunderrain. Anyways, Rachel Zegler did an okay job as Snow White, I guess. The vocals were good. Wasn't a fan of the Lord Farquaad hairstyle, but Lord Farquaad was royalty, so I suppose that's why they were doing this. Maybe they're cousins. I don't know. Maybe that's the royal look. As I was watching, I really tried to be unbiased about Rachel Zegler and not let this moment when she was interviewed get to me.
I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again. Like, I'm being so serious. I watched it for the first time in probably 16, 17 years when I was doing this film.
I mean, I guess it's good she at least watched it again. That's 100% increase from watching it once. Good job. Gotta know the characters. But overall, her acting was so-so. She was all right, which really disappointed me because I really enjoyed her in the Hunger Games prequel. Now we got the evil queen. I'm not even sure why Gal Gadot keeps asking the mirror, who is the fairest of them all? In this movie, we all know it's you. You're definitely the prettiest. No offense to Rachel Zegler or other characters. But in this sense, the mirror isn't actually answering based on who's the most beautiful outwardly, but who's the most beautiful, fair, kind on the inside. My argument to this is, does Gal Gadot know how the mirror is interpreting her question? Is she phrasing her question wrong? Or is the mirror just not understanding? Because I definitely think she only cares about how pretty she is. Based on the fact that they bring it up at the beginning of the movie that she cares about her looks and power, I guess they just have some miscommunication. I did not think Gal Gadot did amazing in this role. I see what she was going for, but it just didn't hit for me. And people keep saying it's because she's a bad actress. I fully disagree. I've seen her in other movies where I think she does a fantastic job. The way she tried to portray the evil queen with being very commanding, I guess just her evil perception, it just sounded kind of barky, very growly to me. At one point she says something like, I need to be the fairest of them all, or how can she be the fairest? Yeah, I'm improvising, but very growly and barky, just literally Fair rest. I am your queen. Do as I say. But yeah, just Barky, it's kind of whatever. One thing I liked about Gal Gadot was when she turned into the old hag. Yes, I think that's the official name. At least that's what Google told me. Google knows all. They made it creepy. It was scary. The old movie as a kid, I loved it, but it terrified me at this part. And they got some of the creepiness down. And when she finds Snow White, she definitely was in old hag mode. Then we got the dwarves, who feel like very updated Polar Express characters. Visually, at least, that's what they look like. At first, it was kind of off-putting, but they did grow on me, and I actually enjoyed them in the movie. And Dopey has quite the character change and some more story added in for him. And to me, it was heartwarming, and it was a good change. Then we have Jonathan and his 7 bandits. Jonathan's great. He's in this Robin Hood role, trying to be good, kind of selfish, but is finding himself by meeting Snow White, wanting to rise up and fight for what's right. But the whole 7 bandits thing, to me, is just a little confusing. You've got 7 dwarves, now you have 7 bandits, and years ago there was a poster showing the 7 bandits that I remember, and a lot of people are speculating that they were replacing the 7 dwarves, and I would agree. I feel like they had 2 storylines they wanted to do, and they said, hey, let's keep the bandits, but we need to stick with dwarves. So yeah, not terrible, but just felt a little not smooth. What's another way to say not smooth? Just felt kind of bumpy, choppy, that's it. Then we got the animals. I'm sure a lot of that $270 million budget went into the animals because they looked adorable, they were fun. I think the live action Lion King probably would have been better received if they did what they did in this movie. They had the realism mixed with the cartoony look. One thing I thought was kind of weird but funny was all the little animals all laughed like toddlers or like babies, just constantly smiling and and I guess it's because people love little animals and they're cute, and they love little babies and they're cute. Though I would say, I think a lot of babies aren't cute, especially newborns. I'd like to apologize to all the mothers I've lied to over the years. I confess, I did not think those babies were cute. I'm sorry to my country. All in all, the movie was okay. Definitely not the movie the first Disney princess deserved. Definitely not the best tribute to the original. The musical numbers were all right, but it's not like a Moana hit or Frozen where I want to listen to them outside of the theater. Yes, I still like Let It Go, Get Over It. And the love story was Jonathan was great, but I wasn't really convinced they were in love, more like a new middle school crush. But the kiss doesn't lie, it's true love's kiss, so hey, what can I say? And the finale was just kind of bleh. It just made me think, how did the evil queen stay in power so long if that's all it took to take her out? And that being said, I give this movie a 5 out of 10, a low 5 out of 10. And I'm gonna say it is half flushable. I'm sorry I couldn't give it all to you. I thought about it. I'm sorry. Maybe next time.